What is up? What is up? You already know who the fuck I am. Back and black in the building. Nigga, black is not whack, nigga. Don't get it twisted. Okay. Shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation. Nah, man, I'm a little late, man. I had to finish making this sea moss. Had to make this sea moss for a family member. So I had to get this shit cooking. Cause you know how family members are when they give you some money. Hey man, where my shit at? So you know what I'm saying, I had to get that cracking real quick, man. Now it's for my brother. I made some sea moss for my brother, so you know what I'm saying, I had to get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Cause you gotta soak it, prepare it, then when you prepare it, then you gotta make it, then when you make it, then you gotta mail the shit out. So shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation right now. If you're not there, man, I fuck with you. If you are there, shout out to you. If you're not, and you got the day off, man, just enjoy yourself and read your book, man. I didn't even have a chance to have so much shit going on and stuff like that. But anyway, man, we about to get into it, man. Shout out to everybody out there that's making it do what it do, reading, and comprehending what they need to do in life. It was funny. It was so funny. I was listening to Tariq Nasheed today, one of his podcasts from I think a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned this book, The Negro Project. And I said, wow, man. And I think it does talk about Procter & Gamble in here. Look, I just randomly picked the page. These views led him to promote the idea that a so-called talented tenth of the black population, talking about W.E.B. Du Bois. Very, very good book, though. Talks about Procter & Gamble, and man, it's so much hidden gems in this book. You know what I mean? So many things that's in this book. I might have to read this again because it's a very, very good book. But he was talking about this book. You know, like right here. It says, such programs receive funding from the number of sources, including money from several wealthy families, private philanthropic foundations, among with the Harriman family, which made its fortune in the railroad business that we built. I'm just randomly, scrumming through pages, whatever. But anyway, he was talking about that book, and I felt it was interesting because a lot of people, they don't even know that book exists. It's a very, very good book. Like I said, it talks about that sister, that they named that school after, the Bethune-Cookman School. I think that's in Florida. So yeah, very, very good book, man. So we're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk about the main thing we're going to talk about today. White is the law. We're going to talk about Judge Randy Jinks. And Judge Randy Jinks said some god-awful shit about niggas. And it doesn't surprise me. And the reason why it doesn't surprise me is because that shit ain't going to change. And he he made these comments after, the George Floyd thing. So I'm going to try to see if I can pull up some video, about what the judge says. It's hard because, they'll scrub the internet of any video, you know what I mean, that's concerning or whatever. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it right now, man. Cut this clown ass shit down, man, so we get into it because I got shit to do. Cut this shit down, man. Hey, and shout out to No Compromise. Shout out to Philly, Shawnee, Erica, Tasha, all y'all. You already know what it is. I got to email Tom Meach back too. But, hey, and Erica, I was going to email you too. No Compromise was basically saying he can't respond to you because I guess you had asked him a question on his YouTube page about, which was a good question. Why we always gotta hate on each other, whatever. And he's like, "Hey, bro, he had hit me up and was like, hey, bro, can you reach out to Erica because YouTube don't let you respond." I told that nigga a long time ago. I'm like, bro, they don't even let me respond to people. I just now been able to respond to people on YouTube. They won't even let me respond. I have to log out, log back in, do all this clown shit. I'm like, man, fuck it. I'll just talk to him when I do the podcast. So yeah, man, he wanted me to reach out to you and let you know, like, hey, man, he got the question because he didn't want y'all. And I was basically kind of telling him, like, man, they don't think I'm ignoring them either, man, because they know YouTube be tripping. And I bet you we was up here talking about, if we was up here talking about there ain't no black on white crime, it's only black on black crime, and we was up here Sanborn and Conan, we'd be able to talk to each other immediately. But since we ain't on here Sanborn and Conan, then they ain't got shit to say. Let me see what they say. Cause man, come on, man. Wait. President, okay. A judge who oversees election in Alabama County was removed from office after being accused of racist, sexually inappropriate behavior that included, let me see if I can find something else, because they not really saying shit at all. They not really saying nothing at all. Ooh. That's my dog. Motherfucker trying to be on camera. But anyway, let me tell you something. Motherfuckers gonna understand. Cause I'm trying to find if they gonna say something about this motherfucker. But I'm trying to find out if they gonna say something about him. You know what I mean? But we'll see if I can find some audio of this judge. Let me see if I can find some. I'm trying to find some more, but a lot of it is clickbait. You go on there and it's a motherfucker up here. See, look at what this judge said, and then they don't even be playing what the judge said, and it's all this bullshit. Let me see.
Accused of inappropriate behavior and.
There we go. Yeah, I'm about to cut the music down. I'm about to play this because I want to play what this judge had said. They probably don't got him on audio, but I still want to play it.
Making insensitive comments has been removed from the bench. In a ruling published Friday, the Alabama Court of the Judiciary unanimously voted to remove Talladega County Judge John Randall Jinks from the bench for violating the state's canon of judicial ethics. Jinks was first elected as a probate judge for the county in 2018. The Alabama Judicial Inquiry Commission first filed its complaints against Jinks in March, detailing allegations from staff members accusing him of engaging in racist and sexist behavior in the workplace.
See? So, he was, but they always talking about niggas is aggressive and all this other shit, but look what that motherfucker did. That motherfucker was getting it on in there. Making the courtroom his cesspool for whatever he wanted to say. That nigga was saying some sucker shit, talking about basically that's what them niggas get. They're not gonna tell you everything he said, but he said a whole bunch of bullshit. And he been saying shit like that. And I don't know why the fuck motherfuckers think it's any different, because it ain't gonna be different when you dealing with the system of racism, white supremacy. And if you ain't trying to establish a system of justice, then I don't know what the fuck you doing. Then you out here being a sucker. Hey, what's going on, No Compromise, man? I see you, man. Look, you know me. I'm trying to get it and get it out, man. I had so much shit. Look, I ain't even been back on Instagram in a minute. I've been having so much shit going on. And then when motherfucker put an order in, order some CMOS in, I gotta make that shit. I still ain't made, so I gotta send something to the homegirl in Arizona too. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, scratch and survive. But yeah, man, this is the thing that I think is funny. it seemed like the more motherfuckers try to deny racism and white supremacy, the more it's being seen. Tight race for Virginia governor. Oh, if the Virginia governor is a red motherfucker, oh, he gonna win in Virginia. Guarantee you. Because if that Virginia, it's gonna be a lot of niggas getting killed out there. Trust me. Niggas better stop going for that okie doke with these blue states, and they ass is gonna make you do what they make everybody do in them other states. You see that Texas governor was like, y'all can get the fuck out of here. We ain't mandating shit. Fuck what y'all niggas talking about. You know what I mean? Let's see who's running. Let's see who's running. All eyes are on tight Virginia governor race. I bet you that red motherfucker win. I guarantee you. Let me see. Oh, yeah, because that motherfucker already got 917,371. His name is Youngkin. Oh, nigga, he's winning. And then they up there talking about it's a tight race. Man, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Ain't no motherfucking tight race. Trust me, it ain't no tight race. What it is right now is they trying to put this misinformation out here. That's why it's not good to just believe everything motherfucker put out there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta look at a history. Only time I believe that shit is when another racial group say some racist shit about black folk. I believe it. You gotta prove me wrong. As Neely Fuller Jr. says, until a white supremacist or a person from the dominant white society proves to you that they're not a racist and they're not a white supremacist, then they're suspected white supremacists. And that's a fact. I don't care what they did to everybody else. They were like, man, Tim Wise is cool, man. Tim Wise is cool. And I was the main nigga. And I'm so happy I pat myself on the back. I was the main nigga like, yeah, he go hard, man. Yeah, he go hard. And I just didn't like, what I didn't like about it was it almost just seemed like he was like a preacher. But he wasn't really talking about how do we eradicate it and how do we establish a system of justice. And then it comes out months, damn near a year after, I was like, yeah, my ass is still up because you kind of coming off like a preacher. Then they came off, he was talking shit about the Honorable Queen Mother, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, calling her research pseudoscience bullshit is what he said about Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. That's why he's not embraced by the black community anymore. I'm talking about the conscious black community. They don't fuck with him because he straight out said that about her. And anybody that's read the ISIS paper should know that ain't no pseudoscience bullshit. That's some real shit. So we have to understand, man, these governors like Governor Judge Randy Jinks or whatever the fuck it is, he's just telling you what everybody else is saying. So it just reminds me of when you at the corporate plantation and somebody a part of the dominant society or honorary white supremacist or a white supremacist in training, you know what I mean, will say something against black folk, especially foundational black folk, and then what they'll do is act like, oh, I was just mad, I was just frustrated. It was almost like that sports announcer in that high school game who called those girls a bunch of nigga bitches, and they was like, hey, bro, your mic is hot. Then the nigga really immediately went into, oh, my God, my diabetes. Oh, my blood sugar. My blood sugar. Oh, y'all, forgive me, my blood sugar. So diabetes is giving out racism then, huh? So when they give you your test strips for your blood sugar, what else are they supposed to give you? Are they supposed to give you a test to see if you still racist? Stop. Motherfuckers better get over that shit, man, and stop making excuses for these white supremacists and understand exactly what the fuck is going on. I know, because I look at it every day and I see a lot of the sucker shit day in and day out. That's why when I was watching this podcast and I'm like, man, I got that book. Very, very good book. Very, very good book. And I know y'all see the color of Margaret Sanger's ugly ass. And Hillary Clinton said that was her hero. That's what Hillary Clinton said. The motherfucker that y'all wanted to vote for said, Margaret Sanger is my hero for Planned Parenthood. And Planned Parenthood wasn't nothing but depopulating black folk and sterilizing black women. That's what it was about. And she had to get prominent black leaders to do the shit. Like the lady from Bethune-Cookman University. Or Bethune-Cookman I think it's out of Georgia. It's a HBCU. And I think her name is Mary Cloud Bethune. I think her name is. If I'm not mistaken, it's Mary Cloud Bethune. You look me up, man. I know Erica gonna find it out or Shawnee will find it out. Just vet me out, man, because it's in this book. That's how I knew who she was. I didn't even know that Bethune-Cookman was a woman. I thought it was just two white men. I thought it was just two white men. But then when I read this book, that's when they was talking about, no, Bethune-Cookman, I think her name was Mary McLeod Bethune or some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken. And that's exactly, they used her as well as other prominent black people to get motherfuckers to basically like they doing now. Get the jab, nigga. We gonna have LeBron James and them come out and talk about that shit. So go ahead and get it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Yeah, because it talks about, it said has been appointed out in the pages. Planned Parenthood, the group Sanger started in 1921 as the American Birth Control League, is the nation's largest private abortion provider, and most of its clinics operate in America's black inner cities. See, I got that shit highlighted. That's why I don't fuck with it. Go get this book. You know what I'm saying? Go get this book, man. It's got so many great things in here. I know it talks about Procter and Gamble, how they was funding it too. It was a lot of these people that y'all see their names that was funded and shit. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. It's just funny because I'm just scrolling through it and looking through it. The Passing of a Great Race. That was a book that I think I got a book from here out of this book. The Rising Tide of Color or something like that. The Rising Tide. Oh yeah. Here's another. Such programs receive funding from the number. Okay, I read that the philanthropic foundations, among them the Harrington family, which made its fortune in the railroad business that we built, the Carnegie and the Ford Foundation, the J.H. Kellogg, like as in Kellogg Cereal, who is in 1906 provided seed money to establish the Race Betterment Foundation in Battle Creek, Michigan. As we have seen previously, Margaret Sanger's work in birth control and eugenics was bankrolled to a large degree by a number of anonymous grants from the Rockefeller family and the foundation it created. And I'm just randomly picking out pages. That's it. So I don't know why motherfuckers want to sit up here and be sitting up here like, well, this is for us. And then every time a motherfucker want to deny racism and white supremacy, another nigga come out and be like, yeah, man, fuck them niggas. That's why I be dying laughing. I be rolling with that shit. That's why they trying to go out to Dave Chappelle on the Netflix shit. But Netflix is like, man, y'all niggas got me fucked up. We already paid these motherfuckers. We already paid him. We're not taking that shit down because it made you feel bad. Why don't you take down that J. Edgar Hoover building that's a prominent name on top of the FBI building? Y'all know that motherfucker was a cross-dressing Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner wannabe before Caitlyn Jenner and a racist. Motherfuckers, just like Dave Chappelle said, motherfuckers, that alphabet community, that they can't be racist. Well, what happened to Ed Buck? I mention that every week. What happened to Ed Buck? I used to see that all the time on Twitter. I used to be like, when they used to be like, who's trending, it'd be Ed Buck. And it would nobody from the LGBTQ community come out and be like, hey man, you racist and you making us look bad. No, them motherfuckers act like that shit wasn't going on. That's why I look at it today and I just kind of like, man, it is what it is. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. I'm not finna sit up here and argue motherfuckers down about it. And let me tell you this too. When you dealing with racism, white supremacy, and you dealing with rules, they'll just change the goalposts. Those rules don't apply to them. You don't think that judge gonna get another job? That judge gonna get another job somewhere else. So I wouldn't even trip off that shit. What y'all need to do is understand that every time you have somebody on some mammy shit and denying racism and white supremacy, and a motherfucker coming out here talking about we just all get along. Okay, you see where that got Martin Luther King. Well, he wanted everybody to get along, and they had no problem killing his ass either. So I don't want to hear that shit. So stop all that, man. Yeah, we need to be on code with each other. That's where the code needs to be established, not with every other racial group. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I promote a lot of black business. Not just that, I purchase from black businesses. I try to do my part to recycle those black dollars, as Dr. Claude Anderson teaches. How many people got the library pack? At least I've read 3 out of the library pack. I only got 2 more to go. Dirty Little Secrets 1 and 2. That's it. But I got the Black History Reader, Black Labor, White Wealth, Powernomics. Those are books that should be your study guides. You should be giving your kids those books so they reading it now so they know what racism and white supremacy is. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people ask me, I always mention Black Labor, White Wealth, the ISIS papers. You know, I just find it funny. Every time we deny racism and white supremacy, another person from the dominant society will come out and be like, well, fuck those niggas. And I'm pretty sure it was more people behind closed Castile. All these people they gonna say it about. That's real. You know what I'm saying? And really, honestly, to tell you the truth, it ain't up to everybody else. It's up to us to take our props and know what the fuck we are supposed to be doing. Fuck what these niggas talking about. And stop letting motherfuckers give you your narrative of what your deem, what is your perspective on what success is. Like, they'll give you the narrative. That's why everybody like, I want to be successful, man. I want to have the big mansion house and the nice cars and all that other shit. And then you be miserable, you ready to kill your motherfucking self. So don't let these motherfuckers fool you, because the majority of these dominant society motherfuckers that got all the money and all the toys and everything, they are fucking miserable. And they're dope fiends. And what they are is they're one shave away from being a fucking bum on the street. You know what I'm saying? And they are one shave away from being your fucking supervisor. Because you could basically, to me, if you're a white person, you can walk off your job. You could do black tar heroin in the bathroom. You could be a bum off the street. All they got to do is give you a quick shave and give you some decent clothes. They'll be your boss. And you got the fucking master's degree and they ain't got no degree. And they'll be your boss. And that shit is not going to change. I don't know why the motherfuckers be acting. That's why I can't stand motherfuckers. I be looking at motherfuckers upside their head when they be like, well, I got this degree in such and such. I be like, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you got a degree in it. So where has that gotten you? Oh, well, I'm the director of such and such and such. Good, man. And how comfortable do you feel doing that job without somebody looking over your shoulder every 5 minutes? And how happy are you? Because motherfuckers be like, yeah, I'm happy. Okay, but your lifestyle is at whatever they're paying you. Because most black folk, in my personal opinion, we're not really taught about financial literacy. We make $100,000, our bills are at $110,000. We make $110,000, our bills are at $120,000. And I get it, because you want to look nice, because the majority of black folk come from poverty. We didn't have nothing. And the most of the affluent black folk, that's probably because that's generational wealth. But a lot of black, especially from the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, they ain't had no money. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not talking about nigger rich money. Like you were able to get every Jordan that you wanted. That's nigger rich. I'm talking about real money, where only one parent is working in the house because they want to work. You know what I'm saying? Because you coming from generational wealth. See, there's a difference. You need to understand that. These LeBron James is rich. Jeannie Buss is wealthy. Jeannie Buss has generational wealth. LeBron James is just nigger rich. That's why a lot of people, when you're in those positions, you got to toe that line the way you do. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. You're trying to take care of your family. So take care of your family. But we need to put it out there the way it is. These basketball players and football players and baseball players, they are just like my black ass at the corporate plantation. They got to watch what they say. They got to watch what they do too. And it's all good. I would, a black person feed their family any day of the week. Because I don't want black folk to put their jobs and shit on the line for all that, because it ain't that necessary. You can do other things by supporting black businesses, by having productive conversations with other black folk behind closed doors. That's what you can do. You ain't got to just, let's make me a man to walk off the job. Now, certain things, yeah, you have your standards and your integrity, but that doesn't mean you come to work every day on some Nat Turner shit either. You got to feed your family. But what I'm saying is there's other ways you can do things by supporting black businesses. I'm not saying give all your money to a black business, but support a black business. Even if it's a black business up and coming, support it. I do. You know what I'm saying? As much as I can. Yeah, we got bills to pay, but I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, we know what we want. We want a little bit of herb, some E40. I call it in my family the nice little setup. Get you a little blunt. Go get you some. Now you go get you some E40 Mango Scotto for $20. and then take about $10, $20 and go get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Go get you something to eat. And if you got a bitch or you trying to entertain, then you got you some Netflix and you chilling. That's how you chill. That's how niggas chill. Netflix and chill is we're gonna get a blunt, gonna get some E40 wine, some Mango Scotto or Tropicado, and we're gonna watch some Netflix, and I'm gonna have about $20, $30 so we can go get something to eat. And then, whatever happens at the end of the night, hey, only God knows. Only God could judge us. I just came from an all-black mall and GA with all-black businesses. Yeah, man, see, I would be in heaven. See, knowing my dumb ass, I'd probably be in debt fucking with them because I feel like there's a certain type of energy when you're dealing with black businesses. Especially when it comes to black businesses, you can tell they really, really, really like trying. You know what I'm saying? Support them. Don't be so quick to treat them like they ain't shit. That's all I got to say, man. Shout out to my brother, No Compromise. Erica, hey, when Erica watched this, No Compromise, I guarantee you she gonna get back at you, bro. Hey, Erica, Shawnee, Tasha, hey, we be on the same page. And Erica, I ain't forgot about my grandmother's hands. I have not forgot about that book. I will get the book. I'm just finishing off A Sweet Taste of Liberty because I've been super busy. But we gonna get that shit together, man. And hey, that's my time. I went over by a minute. But anyway, hey, man, you already know what it is. You know what it ain't. If a motherfucker talking about, well, that judge just was upset. And how we know he said it. Guilty, nigga, you're a Sambo. And I don't fuck with you. I'm out. Peace.